Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Don, and in this video I'm talking about how to train an animal to actually want to put on their e-collar and how to greatly improve the quality of their life while they're wearing them. I'm not a trainer, so please check with a professional before even considering any of these strategies. This was my wonderful dog Kimba for over 14 years, and I would have never thought that Kimba would even tolerate wearing an e-collar. I anticipated that he would have shaken his head violently until that thing went flying off of him, but that was not the case. I always trained Kimba when he was at least 6 to 12 hours without food. That made him very food motivated. And this worked wonderfully because Kimba was one hungry dog. He had a tremendous appetite and really appreciated those food rewards. This was the first e-collar that Kimba wore. We got it from the vet. Still got his name on it, but I quickly changed to a different type. Because you notice there's no ventilation in here, guys. It's all closed off. All the air that he takes in, I was concerned that the carbon dioxide he was breathing out was all trapped in here, and I always wanted the very best for Kimba. So I got him a brand that had a lot of these ventilation holes, okay? You see these guys? So now, when he would breathe out, the carbon dioxide would go out of those holes. And every time he would turn his head, okay, fresh air would come through those holes. And I felt this was one of the ways to improve the quality of Kimba's life while he was wearing this. But let's talk about how to get the animals to want to put this on, how to motivate them. First thing you want to do, guys, is to buy one of these before you even need it. If you didn't do that, that's okay. But if you just got a dog and they don't need an e-collar, or a cat or any animal, I recommend that you get one, keep it around. The day is going to come where you're probably going to need one. Leave it around next to the food bowl so they could see it and already start associating it with food. Just do it every once in a while. I'm not saying you always need to leave it out. But so the day comes that you need to use it, guys, and most people are never going to dream that their dog or cat is going to willingly put their head through. So they're going to want to open this up and put it around the dog's head. Okay, let's talk about that strategy. That's fine. So as you're doing that, again, make sure your animal is hungry, so it's food motivated, and as you're putting it around, you offer food, or you have somebody else offer the food. They now have a positive experience with this because they were given a reward while it was placed on them. They haven't eaten in 6 to 12 hours, so they want a meal. Give them only part of their meal, and you're probably going to have to hold the dish up, guys. If you put it on the ground, this may get in the way. So put about a quarter of their meal or so in the dish, hold it up to them. What a good dog. So now they're still being rewarded. You're reinforcing the food reward to putting this on. But now about 5 or 10 minutes later, give them another portion of their meal. So the reward is extended. Now you're reinforcing that continuing to wear this has its rewards. You do this for 30, 40, even 50 minutes that first couple of times. What's going to happen is their brain is going to start producing endorphins the minute they see this thing, because there's not only an initial reward, but there's an extended reward. They're going to know that the food keeps coming after you put this thing on. You're turning the tables from negative to positive. Instead of a dog looking at this thinking, oh no, I hate that, toxins are being produced in their whole system when they have that attitude. As opposed to thinking about the wonderful food reward that initially comes and continues to come for 30, 40 minutes, now you got their brain producing endorphins. Endorphins are gifts from God to both people and animals. They can block pain, they can bring joy. I believe they could even help cure diseases, they can heal. Guys, this is what I did for Kimba. The minute Kimba saw this, okay, he had endorphins in his system. And let me tell you how I went about doing that. I would hold the treat way out here, and he would come and get it. Now, he knew this thing was associated with the treat because, look, I'm putting my hand through it. It's close by, but the treat is further enough away at the beginning, no problem, he's going to come and get it. But now I'm breaking off little pieces of the treat, and I'm coming closer and closer, and it gets to the point where he's now willing to reach his head in here to get the treat. Once he did that, guys, I did not put this on him. I allowed him to take his head out. I let him know he can come and go on his own terms, okay? There's no reason to fear this. Eventually, though, we did it so many times that he put his head through, he got the treat, and I put it on him, and I left it on this time. And I praised him, what a good dog. I put a little bit of his meal in his dish. I held the dish up to him, and I gave it to him. Because again, guys, if you put the dish on the floor, this is going to get in the way. 10 minutes later, I put a little bit more food in his dish, right? You don't give him the food all at once. You spread it out over 30, 40, even 50 minutes those first couple of times. He got to the point where he was so motivated when he saw this, guys, I didn't even have to call him. All I had to do was take this and hold it out. Kimba would get up and come flying across the room, looking to put his head in here. He's not thinking about the e-collar. He's thinking about the food. And if this is what he's got to do to get it, to put his head through there, so what? He wants that food. So you're completely getting their mind off of this e-collar. And by continuing to reward them, guys, you're keeping their mind off the e-collar. It's on the food. Now, the other thing I did to improve his quality of life is whenever I could, I would take this off him. If I was going to supervise him, I would take this off for 30 minutes at a time, sometimes an hour. If you're going to do that, guys, and I'm not recommending you do, I'm just telling you what I did, check with the professionals. But it's improving their quality of life greatly to give them that break. But you have to supervise them. If you get a text message or a phone call and you turn away for even 30 seconds, if they go after that area where they just had surgery and they start biting it, they could do a lot of damage in just seconds. So if you are going to take this off of them, you need to dedicate yourself to supervising them. But Kimba looked forward to that every day. He got those breaks, an hour here, an hour there, because there were times where he would have to wear this for 4, 5, 6 weeks, giving him those breaks throughout the day. And then when you go to put on him again he gets those food rewards. The whole thing is positive. And I would never allow him to wear this for too long without taking it off and give him that 30-minute break, that 60-minute break. But the funny thing about Kimba is when I initially trained him by putting the treat through, and I got to the point where I didn't have to do that anymore. Here's a funny little story. I was at the vet's one day. I didn't have any treats on me. I needed to put this on him. I held it out. He came running through, eagerly put his head through, and he was looking for that treat, and I didn't have one. And he remembered that. Because the next time I went to do this, he refused to put it on. He was looking me right in the eye and basically saying, hey, buddy, we had a deal. You did not keep your end of the bargain. And I had to retrain him. It only took 5 minutes, gave him the treat, and he was fine, but he basically let me know, keep your end of the bargain. This improved the quality of his life when he wore these. The food rewards, the endorphins, giving him the breaks. I believe this will help improve the quality of your animal's life. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you click on the like icon, send me your comments, and subscribe to my channel, and take this journey to a world of wisdom that can help you and your animals live a longer, healthier, better quality of life. God bless.